Fortnite, Epic Games, and a $520 million settlement. The maker of Fortnite, Epic Games, has agreed to pay $520 million to settle claims that it violated children's privacy laws and used deceptive game mechanics to con users out of millions of dollars, the Federal Trade Commission announced on Monday. According to a formal complaint from the FTC, Epic amassed the personal data of kids under 13 without informing their parents or getting their permission. The corporation also unlawfully enabled real-time voice and text chats for kids and teenagers by default, according to the federal government. The $275 million judgment for privacy violations mandates that Epic implement strong default privacy settings for kids and teenagers, ensuring that voice and text conversations are disabled by default. Epic reaffirmed the arrangement in a statement. No developer creates a game with the intention of ending up here. The video game industry is a place of fast-moving innovation where player expectations are high and new ideas are paramount, the company said. USPS, electric trucks, and $10 billion. The Postal Service announced Tuesday it will significantly increase the number of electric-powered delivery trucks and will go all-electric for new acquisitions starting in 2026, providing a major boost to President Joe Biden's commitment to get rid of gas-powered vehicles from the massive federal fleet. The USPS is spending over $10 billion to electrify its outdated fleet. This includes buying at least 66,000 electric delivery vans over 5 years and installing cutting-edge charging infrastructure at hundreds of postal facilities statewide. Congress budgeted $3 billion last year for a historic climate and health strategy in the budget. The new plan sets the postal fleet on a course for electrification, significantly reduces vehicles' miles traveled in the network, and places USPS at the forefront of the clean transportation revolution, added John Podesta, a senior White House advisor.
James Cameron, Terminator, and a possible reboot. Another Terminator reboot is reportedly in discussion, according to James Cameron, although nothing is finalized at this time. Cameron spoke about manufactured reality, artificial intelligence, and other topics on the Smart Less podcast. He then swiftly brought up the Terminator. Although he already understands the path he would take the franchise in, he said that he had been considering relaunching it but that nothing has been determined as of yet. Cameron briefly mentioned artificial intelligence and his desire to further explore it on screen while still talking about the subjects of his films. He said, "If I were to do another Terminator film and maybe try to launch that franchise again, which is in discussion, but nothing has been decided, I would make it much more about the AI side of it than bad robots gone crazy. The movie could have survived having Linda in it," he said. "I think it could have survived having Arnold in it. But when you put Linda and Arnold in it and then, she's 60-something, he's 70-something. All of a sudden it wasn't your Terminator movie, it wasn't even your dad's Terminator movie, it was your granddad's Terminator movie." NFL, YouTube TV, and the Sunday Ticket. According to two sources with knowledge of the negotiations, YouTube TV has emerged as the front-runner to acquire the NFL's Sunday Ticket package of out-of-market games. However, the parties have not reached an agreement. The sources, who spoke to the Associated Press on the condition of anonymity because they weren't authorized to discuss financial details and the contract is still being negotiated, said that a deal might be revealed as early as Wednesday. The news that YouTube TV, owned by Google, was the front-runner for the package that lets fans watch any Sunday afternoon game was first reported by the Wall Street Journal. Since 1994, Sunday Ticket has been available on DirecTV. The 8-year contract with the satellite provider, which will conclude at the end of this season, has a yearly payment of $1.5 billion. Averaging 2 million subscribers, Sunday Ticket costs viewers about $300 every season. The overall number of DirecTV subscribers as of August was 13.9 million. In addition to Amazon, ESPN and Apple were thought to be competitors for Sunday Ticket.
Netflix, Wednesday, and a record-breaking week. Wednesday has landed on the Nielsen streaming top 10 to break more records, following a streak of record-breaking performances on the Netflix top 10. During the watching period of November 21st to 27th, when it was only accessible for the final 5 days, viewers watched approximately 6 billion minutes of the Tim Burton-directed series starring Jenna Ortega as the recognizable Addams Family daughter. After only the first complete week of Stranger Things Season 4's availability, in which the series was seen for 7.2 billion minutes, this is the second largest week of streaming ever tracked by Nielsen. After its first full week, Wednesday may fare better on the chart. Netflix self-reported 341.2 million hours watched in its first 5 days to 411.3 million the next week. Netflix's trend is projected to match Nielsen's despite their different measurement methods.
TikTok, ByteDance, and stealing data. TikTok is suffering after publishing a devastating research about its personnel stealing U.S. consumer data. Since this data comes at a time when a big portion of Americans want to ban TikTok, expect it to be a major political issue in the 2024 election. The findings of an internal probe were made public by ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, on Thursday. Yes, 4 of ByteDance's employees in China did indeed steal the data from 2 TikTok accounts that belonged to American journalists, the company said. And TikTok absolutely wasn't designed to act in that manner. The findings emboldened TikTok opponents like Missouri Senator Josh Hawley, whose bill to ban the program on government computers passed the Senate. Many states, including Texas and North Dakota, have banned TikTok on official devices, but the House of Representatives still needs to pass that bill. A tiny group of ByteDance employees searching for internal leakers found the user information and IP addresses of American journalists in a failed but brilliant attempt to ascertain if the suspected leakers were ever near them. That failed, and everyone involved were fired.
Thanks for watching Sloppy Seconds, news in 60 seconds or less.